We've got about 2 minutes before we get started. About 2 minutes here. We have a yoga stretch class, and I'm going to be really honest with you. It's been a couple months since I've taught a yoga class, so I'm really grateful that this is a yoga stretch class. So, my mindset today is going to be gratitude for being able to slow down, take some time to stretch. Got a little bit colder here in Minnesota, so I'm going to start with a sweatshirt on, start with my socks on. If things heat up, maybe layers will come off, but I'm anticipating kind of to need the warmth, right? Go ahead and sit down on your mat. We've got about 1 minute before we get started, and we will start sitting down on our mats. If I need the music up any louder, you just let me know. Right now it's really quiet. But if my voice is too loud, you just let me know. I'm almost whispering right now, which is really weird because I normally have to yell in a yoga class. So bear with me. Just throw it in the chat if you need me to turn the volume of the music up or myself down. I'll take that too. Settling into your mats. Seated. I'm not sitting yet because I always forget to start the clock, so I'm staying standing until I do that. Hi, Kathy. All right. I'm going to go ahead and press start on that clock. Go ahead, take a seat on your mat. I'm actually going to turn myself down just a little bit more. Okay, you should be able to hear me all the same. Okay. I don't know how that got turned down so much. Hopefully you can hear the music. We're sitting down. All right. Oh. Take a couple of minutes here, a couple big, deep breaths. We're settling into our mats. Almost feel your body melt into that mat with every exhale. Right now, I'm not even focusing on good posture. I'm just letting my muscles relax with every breath out. Feel the tension melt out of your shoulders. Allow those eyes to shut just a little bit. Feel the breath move in through your nose, out through your mouth. Take a couple breaths just to connect with that breath. On your next inhale, lift the crown of your head tall, lengthening through your spine. With your exhale, ground the sit bones into your mat. And you can be facing the front of the mat, you can be facing me, whatever's more comfortable for you. There's no right or wrong way for a yoga practice to happen. Big, deep breath. Exhale out. As we're sitting here, we're thinking about our intention for today. Restful, rejuvenation. For me, it was gratitude to slow down, gratitude to check in with my body. A long day, a long weekend, holiday weekend coming up. Let's just take this time to center, check in with our bodies. Big deep breath. Pull the crown of your head up towards the sky. And with an exhale, bend your left ear to your left shoulder. As we're here, we don't want to necessarily bring our bodies off excuse me, off to the side, but dropping the right shoulder, letting the ear reach towards the shoulder. Reaching right fingertips away from your body, feeling that long stretch on the right side. And a gentle tuck of the chin. I forgot how loud this sounded. Sorry. Like I said, it's been a while. As we tuck that chin, keeping the ear towards the shoulder, we feel that stretch move to the back side. Just taking our time here, big, slow breaths. An inhale, we're gonna lift our chin up from here. Allowing that stretch to move to the front of our neck. Still reaching the ear towards the shoulder, but having the stretch come to the front of the neck. Go ahead, roll that chin side to side, a release of that stretch. If you're as tight as I was, you might have even felt that stretch move down through your upper back. It's a good thing we're here, right? Grateful for the chance to stretch. Inhale, bring that head tall, crown of the head pulling up towards the sky. And with an exhale, right ear down to right shoulder, we're gonna stretch on the left side of that neck. Left fingertips reaching away. Not pulling right shoulder up towards your ear, just letting that ear drop to the shoulder. I'm gonna have to turn the music down a bit, aren't I? It's okay for now. A little jam. Take a few more breaths here. Focusing, big breath out. There. Hopefully that should be a little bit better. Okay. I don't know why we're so loud. Normally it's not so loud. With a big exhale, we're gonna tuck that chin, feeling that stretch move to the back on the left side. Keeping that right ear towards the right shoulder. Chin tucked. With every exhale, feeling that muscle lengthen. And inhale, lift that chin up nice and tall. Feel the stretch move to the front of the neck. My toes are just so cold. Good. Exhale, release the neck, roll it side to side. As you're rolling, maybe you notice muscles in your spine. Just take notice how your body's feeling. Gentle roll on up. We're gonna extend our legs out to the front of your mat. Toes pointed to the sky. Find equal weight in your sit bones. Chest tall, right on top of those hips. Hands can rest in your lap for now. We're sitting here, feel the shoulder blades come together, lengthen through the crown of your head. Take a few big deep breaths in and out. Good. A big breath in, sweep arms up overhead. Exhale, bring those hands right behind your back. On the mat behind your back here. As we're sitting here, it might be easy to let our shoulders roll forward, but I want you to take the initiative. Roll the shoulders back, squeeze shoulder blades together, and lift up through the chest. Trying to walk pinkies a little closer together on the back side. Gentle lean back if you're feeling adventurous today, maybe even lifting that chin, looking up to the sky, pressing through the hands, lifting the chest out of the shoulders. Good. Exhale, release, lower the chest, the chin. Bring the hands back to the front. Keeping our spine long, we're gonna reach our hands down towards our toes. Keeping that back flat, you might only get to your thighs or to your knees or your shins. That's okay. We wanna keep that long spine, that hinge forward, reaching down our legs. Good. With an exhale, tuck the chin round through the spine, get a couple inches further. Good. Keeping the toes up towards the ceiling. Slowly roll back on up to sitting. Nice and tall. Give yourself a few shoulder rolls. Good. We're going to warm up the rest of our body a little bit more before we start stretching through the arms and the legs. So go ahead and flip onto a tabletop position. Flipping those feet back. Hands right underneath the shoulders. Back nice and flat. This is where I start taking off some layers. All right, hands set up right beneath those shoulders. Knees right underneath your hips. Tops of your feet glued onto your mat. We're not arched through the back. We're tucking through the core. Flat back here. Long through the spine, feeling that marionette string pull through the crown of your head. God, just active in this quadruped at the moment, this tabletop. Good. From here, we're gonna tuck our toes, send our hips straight up to the sky, finding our first downward dog of the day. And oh my, is it stiff. Hello. Oh. Pedal out through those feet. One foot at a time, taking your time here. Pressing that weight through the heel of each foot. Maybe even dropping hips side to side. We're still kind of active through the core. Pressing through our hands. Trying to get the shoulders, the chest closer to the tops of the legs. Good. A big inhale. We're going to come up onto our tippy toes, both heels reaching up off the ground. And with an exhale, drop through the heels, press through the chest, strong in this down dog. Notice your body, how it feels. I'm really tight. Inhale, eyes come forward. Exhale, step your feet up to a forward fold. All right, slight bend, A-okay in our first forward fold. Biggest, most important part here is relaxing through that upper body. Let your arms become jello. Your upper body is just heavy. Good. Inhale, half lift up, flat back, core is engaged. Exhale down and inhale, reverse swan. Big deep breath sweeps the arms overhead. Exhale, coming right back down by your sides, finding a mountain pose. I'm going to turn towards you so you can see. Roll those shoulders back out of the ears, chest tall, core tight, planting our feet into the ground. We are a strong mountain. Big deep breath is going to sweep those hands overhead. Inhale up. Exhale down. 2 more. Big breath in. And exhale out. Good, last one. Big reach. And exhale out. Big breath in, and this time on your exhale, reach to the right side. Left hand reaches, right hand drops, finding a side body stretch here. Big inhale, center. And we reach to the left. Good, trying to keep that bicep up by your ear. We're not bending forward as we reach, standing tall. Big inhale, center. Once more each side. Exhale down. Good, inhale, center. Exhale down. Big deep breath in. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades on the backside. We've got cactus arms or a W here. Feeling that chest open wide. Inhale up, exhale, squeeze. Working with your breath here. Yours might be quicker than mine. It might be slower. Work at your pace. 3 more squeezes on the backside. Big breath in. Last breath in. Exhale, swan dive out. Forward fold, reaching for your toes. Maybe those legs are still bent. That's okay. Or maybe you can straighten them. We're a little bit warmer. Blood's flowing through our bodies. Either way, we're relaxing through that upper body. Tucking the chin, letting the crown of our head reach for the ground. Good. Inhale, half lift up, flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, and step or hop your feet back, finding a high plank. Working into our sun's patience here. We inhale, come on forward and slowly lower down. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Good. Exhale, tuck the toes, send the hips back. Downward dog. Beautiful. First one done. We did it. Drive the heels down. Press the chest towards the tops of the legs. Feeling that stretch through the shoulders. Good. Inhale, eyes come forward. Exhale, step or hop your feet. Forward fold. Complete exhale here. Inhale, half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan. Big breath in, coming tall, finding your mountain. One more big sweeping breath. Next, exhale, swan dive down. We're moving a little bit quicker just to get that body warm, finding that forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And the music makes us want to go, right? Lower down, hands to the mat. Step or hop those feet back, find a plank. Got it active through the core. We inhale, come forward. Slowly lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes. Send the hips back, downward dog. Check in with this down dog. The first time we did it, we checked in, noticed how things were feeling. How does it feel this time? Inhale, eyes come forward. One more sun salutation. Feet forward, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale down. Inhale, reverse swan. Big breath up. One more full sweet breath in and out. Exhale, swan dive down. Lead with the chest. Find your forward fold. Good. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, find that plank. From your knees or toes, come on forward, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, tuck the toes, send the hips back, downward dog. Thank your body for warming up. Getting through some sun salutations, checking in with how this down dog feels, trying to move that weight through the entire palm and fingertips, dropping through the heels, lifting through the hips, pressing through the chest. Good. Inhale, I want our left leg to lift high to the sky. Big inhale, lift that leg up. Exhale, come on through crescent lunge here. So driving that knee up and set it up. I want that front foot right underneath your knee. Arms up overhead, or they can be heart center. Totally depends on where you're at today. Gosh, even this feels like a stretch for me. Find that strength through the top leg, bending through that front knee. Good, we're gonna exhale, drop that back knee down. If you need, you can always bend your mat over, fold it up for a little extra support. As we're here, we wanna shift slightly forward, feeling a stretch in that hip flexor here. With this front knee, I don't want your foot behind your knee. I want that foot out in front. We're taking our time, we're breathing. Every exhale, feeling that hip flexor lengthen on the front side. Good. If you're feeling real adventurous, if this isn't quite enough, you can always reach that hand up. Or keep it on your knee. Big exhale, we're gonna straighten out that front leg, hinge from the hips. We've got a hinge forward for a hamstring stretch on that left leg. Maybe you have something nearby to balance, or just have the hands on your thigh, shin, or even down to your foot. Right now, we want to try and keep our back flat. God, feeling that lengthen on the back side. Inhale, we're gonna bend that front leg again. I want both hands to the inside of your foot. All right, so we're coming back forward. That hip flexor gets a good stretch in. Kind of drop through the hips. I'm gonna turn so you can see real quick what it looks like from the front. Right here. I want you to roll to the outside of this front foot. So kind of rolling out, we're gonna feel a little stretch right through this hip. Keep equal weight in each hand here. Breathing through. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with your body. When you've had enough, or maybe it doesn't feel that great, that's okay. You bring that foot flat again and let that stretch move back into your hip flexor. Good, and exhale, straighten that front leg again. This time, tucking through the chin, rounding through the spine, reaching forward for this hamstring stretch. Rounding through the spine. That hamstring stretch is strong here. Inhale, pull the toes up towards the shin, flexing the foot. Keep as best you can. Breathe. Pull those toes up, pull the toes up. Good, and exhale, we're tucking our right toes, sending that left foot back up into a down dog. Ugh. Take a moment here, check in with your legs, notice if there's any difference, maybe between left and right. Maybe just focusing on that left leg. Yep, there's a difference from when we started to now. With an exhale, we're gonna drop down to all fours, dropping the knees right underneath the hips. Hands right under the shoulders. Activating through the core. Well done. With an exhale, we drop the hips and lift the chest. This is a cow. With an exhale, we tuck the hips up, round through the spine, and tuck the chin in, finding our cat, trying to create space between the shoulder blades. Inhale, cow. Work with your breath here. We're gonna move through cat and cow a few more times. Moving with each breath, or if it feels really good to just stick into a cat or a cow, go ahead and hold it, move around in it. This is your time to let that spine move. Good, always using that breath in for cow and breath out for cat. Give me 2 or 3 more. Pressing the tops of the feet into the mat. We're intentional with the hands, knees, and feet, our connection points, our grounding points. And when you've had enough, find that neutral spine. Core is active. Fingers spread wide. Weight distributed through the fingertips. And inhale, I want your left hand to come up to the sky, and exhale, thread that through the arm, underneath the arm, and drop the shoulder towards the mat. Right cheek resting on your mat. Feeling a twist through the spine, maybe even a stretch through the shoulder. Maybe that butt's way up in the air. Maybe you can get it down a little bit deeper here. Whatever feels right for your body at the moment. Right fingers reaching towards the top of your mat for a stronger stretch. It's like tying ourselves in a knot here, right? Good. 2 more breaths. When you're ready, inhale, pull that left hand, right back underneath your shoulder. Oh no, that's your right. Inhale, lift the left arm high. Exhale, coming back to that tabletop. Good. From here, we tuck our toes, send our hips to the sky, downward dog. Inhale, eyes come forward. Exhale, step or hop your feet. Find a forward fold. Big exhale out. Slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time, rolling back up, finding a mountain pose at the top. Opening through the shoulders, palms to the front of the mat. Take a moment or 2 to breathe. Big inhale, sweep up overhead. Exhale, swan dive. Find your forward fold. Good. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, find your plank. From your knees or toes, slowly lower down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, tuck the toes. Send those hips back. Downward dog. Moving on to the right side. A big breath in is gonna lift that right leg high to the sky. Exhale, come on through, crescent lunge. Stay tall for a couple breaths. Wonderful. When you're ready, drop that back knee. A runner's lunge. Foot set up right underneath that knee. Finding a hip flexor stretch. Drop in the hips. Exhale, press through that front leg, straightening it out. Hinging from the hips, keeping our back flat. We come on forward, finding that hamstring stretch. Good. Trying to keep your shoulders squared to that front leg. Being gracious to your body. Good. Inhale, we're going to come forward, both hands to the inside of that front foot. And feel free to roll to the outside of that knee. Feeling the stretch right through the hip. Stay here for a breath or 2 more. All right, bringing that foot flat. Sending our hips back, straightening through the front leg, rounding through the spine, finding a stronger hamstring stretch here. Beautiful. Really tight for me personally. Inhale, pull those toes up. Find a flex through the foot. Good. And when you've had enough, shift slightly forward. Tuck our left toes, send those right toes back. We've got down dog. One of the last couple times we'll be here, so take your time. Dropping the heels down. Lifting through the tailbone. With an exhale, drop down to your knees. Not a figure four, tabletop. Gluing the tops of your feet down. Knees under the hips. Move through cat and cow as your body is comfortable with your breath. Creating space between those shoulder blades. Feeling your chest open wide with the cow. Good. Couple more breaths here. Taking your time. Find that core. Activate in the middle, neutral spine. Taking our right hand, inhaling up to the sky. Exhale, thread the needle through. Oh, my Lanta. Oh. Go ahead and make noise if you need. Reaching the left fingers towards the top of your mat. Dropping the hips. Feeling like you yourself are a pretzel. Take your time. Breathe. Lengthen muscles. Good. 2 to 3 more breaths here. At your pace. When you've had enough, that left hand comes back on your shoulder. Inhale, reaching right up to the ceiling. And coming down. Shift your hips back towards your heels. Finding a child's pose. I always like a wide child's pose, so my knees to the edge of the mat. Toes coming together. Reaching towards the front of the mat. Take a few deep breaths, letting the breath get into your rib cage, expanding, lengthening through the lats, through the shoulders, reaching your hands towards the top of your mat. Reaching your tailbone towards the back of the mat. Good. Inhale, come back up to tabletop. We're going to flip on to our back side, onto your tailbone. I'm going to switch this way, but it doesn't really matter. If you have a strap, a belt, a string, a towel nearby, go ahead and grab that. If you don't, no worries. I can show you how to do all of the rest of these without any sort of band. But for now, taking your time, rolling back onto your back. Oh, give yourself a little hug to the knees. Taking a moment just to breathe. Maybe your knees are a little wider. That's okay. Feel that low back connect with ground. Melt into the mat. Ugh. A little rock side to side. Give all the muscles in your spine a little massage. All right, we're gonna drop our feet to the mat. Activating it through the hips, through the core, to make sure that our low back is connected to the mat. We're gonna heel toe the feet to the edge of the mat. Not centered, there we go. And drop both knees off to the right. Back is gonna come up a little bit, but as long as when we come back center, it connects. That's all we want. Drop the knees off to the left. Feeling a stretch through the quad, through the knees. Switch it again. Doing our best to keep shoulders on the ground, even if those hips move a little bit. A little windshield wiper with the knees, side to side, at your pace. Maybe you want to stay one side for a little bit longer. That's okay. Reconnect with that low back. Lengthen out by straightening, spreading that leg, left leg out, right knee, come on to your chest. Little single leg knee hug here. Give the ankle a couple twirls. All right, and we are gonna send your heels straight up to the ceiling. Activate through the front of this leg, through the quad. Just straighten this leg out completely. Good, and we're gonna grab right behind the leg, around the calf. If you have a strap, a band, a towel, this is where we would wrap it around that foot. Grab onto the band this way. Doing our best to keep that left leg straight, low back connected to the ground, and a stretch right through this hamstring here. If you're grabbing on with an assister, I'm going to call all the towels, straps, bands an assister today. If you're hanging on with that assister, I want you to transfer all of it into your right hand. If you just have your hands behind, that's okay. We're gonna glue down our left shoulder and open that leg out to the right side. Maybe there's a gentle support on the outside from that leg. If you're hanging on to your assister, it's helping to keep that leg a little more straight. Left arm can be spread out wide. Trying to release those adductor muscles, inner thigh muscles. Big inhale, bring all of the leg back center. We're gonna transfer our assister into our left hand and bring the leg across the body. Trying our best to keep our shoulders on the ground. My back just popped. Oh. All right, if you need this, top leg can bend a little bit as well. Maybe a little help from that left arm or your assister. All right, eyes trying to reach towards the right side of the body. Big inhale, bring that leg back center. Give yourself a little knee hug. And do a couple circles with that knee. Maybe your sister's in play, maybe it's not. Switch directions with those knee circles. All right. And then we're gonna send that right leg out. Bring your left leg up to the sky. Straight up into the sky. Heel reaching for the ceiling. Quad engaging. All right, transferring that assister over. Maybe you're just behind the leg here. Or you're grabbing on. Stretching strong. Full breaths out. Gonna let that left leg fall open to the left side. Right shoulder down into the ground. Bringing the leg out. Ooh. Taking time to breathe here. Again, if you don't have that assister, it's okay. Just kind of support with the arm, like right here underneath the leg if it's too much. Bending open with the knee also works. Big inhale, we're gonna bring that leg back up center. Switch hands. Keep your left shoulder down. Oh, cross the body. Keeping left shoulder down, eyes reaching to the left side of the mat. Feeling the glutes stretch on out. And go ahead, bring it back center. Give yourself a single leg knee hug. And go ahead and give yourself some knee circles. Again, it doesn't matter if that assister's working or not. Just knee circles. And switch directions. Beautiful. All right. Fans, towels, assisters off to the side. Both knees up. Connect that low back. We're going to take our peace fingers here, reach towards our toes and grab on to either the arch of your toe or arch of your foot, or wrap those peace fingers around your big toe. Let the knees come wide. We've got a happy baby. Gently rocking side to side. If this isn't really doing anything for you, go ahead and straighten one leg at a time. Finding a stretch through that hamstring. Or even stretching both legs, straightening out. Gentle rock side to side. Trying to get that tailbone to reach for the ground. God, on exhale, we can release. Bringing our feet to the ground. Soles of your feet together. Go ahead and drop the knees open. All right, a little bit more stretch for the adductors here. As we relax, bringing it down. Feel your breath move in and out from your body. Good. Keep breathing, feeling those legs lengthen. Good. Keep moving, keep breathing. If this is too much of a stretch for you, go ahead, bring those knees together. Straighten your legs out. And just rest. Feeling your tummy rise and fall with each breath. Give yourself a little round of applause. We completed a full workout, full stretch. We moved, we got our blood flowing. We paid attention to our hips, to our spine, to our neck. Trying to find those places to release stress, release tension. Give yourself permission to stay here for a couple more breaths. A little bit longer. If you do have to get going, I understand. A gentle roll off to one side will suffice for now. Rolling off to one side. And pressing up into a seated position. Couple rolls through the shoulders. Sitting tall. Relax. Give yourself permission to be proud of yourself. You got on the mat. You got here today. That sometimes in and of itself is a huge feat. Big exhale, release those hands by your sides. Inhale, reach tall overhead, hands coming down, heart center. Thank you for spending time with me, spending time for yourself today. Namaste. If you want to stay for a few minutes longer, that's awesome. Otherwise, I hope you have a fantastic